You know, we like to think that science has a pretty good handle on how the universe works. But every once in a while, we find something that just makes no sense at all. A piece of the puzzle that doesn't fit no matter how you turn it.
So, what happens when the data breaks all the rules? Well, that's what we're diving into today. These aren't just little quirks. These are some of the most profound mysteries out there, things that challenge our basic understanding of, well, everything.
And we're going to start right here on our own planet with some stuff that is so weird, it sounds like it's been pulled straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Okay, picture this. Taos, New Mexico. A quiet little desert town, home to about 6,500 people. But since the early 90s, there's been something off. Some of the residents report hearing this persistent, low-frequency humming sound, kind of like a diesel engine idling in the distance that never, ever stops. They call it the Taos hum. But here's where it gets really strange. Only about 2% of the people there can actually hear it. So researchers from the University of New Mexico went in, set up all this super sensitive audio equipment in the homes of people who could hear the hum, and after weeks of recording they found absolutely nothing. Zilch.
So what's the deal? Well, you've got two main schools of thought here. Is it something external? Secret military experiments, UFOs, that kind of thing? Or is it internal? Some scientists think it might be something called spontaneous otoacoustic emissions, basically teeny tiny sounds that our own ears produce that you'd only ever notice in dead silence. The truth is, we still have no idea.
All right, now let's dive deep, literally. Way down in the Indian Ocean, there's this bizarre phenomenon that researchers have nicknamed the flashback. When they shine a light into the pitch-black abyss, something responds. The creatures down there flash back with their own light, but it's not random. It's coordinated.
Yeah, it's pretty much a call and response. The research sub sends out a flash, and the darkness answers with a flash of its own. I mean, think about it. Down in a part of the ocean where something like 80% of all life can create its own light, this whole thing feels a lot less like a coincidence and a lot more like a conversation.
So what is it? Are they trying to scare off a predator? Are they trying to lure in their next meal? Or could it be some form of communication we just don't have the first clue how to interpret? We know it happens, but why it happens is still a total mystery of the deep.
Okay, from the deep sea of today, let's journey back in time. We're going to our planet's ancient past, where a crazy powerful anomaly was accidentally recorded by an ancient civilization, and they had no idea.
About 3,000 years ago, right around when the Babylonian Empire was hitting its stride, something really weird happened to Earth's magnetic field. See, when ancient potters fired clay bricks in their kilns, tiny iron oxide particles in the clay would align with the planet's magnetic field, kind of like tiny compasses. They got locked in place, creating a perfect snapshot of the magnetic field at that moment. And by studying those very bricks, scientists found something wild, the Levantine Iron Age anomaly.
For a short period of time, our planet's magnetic shield went into overdrive. It surged to more than 1.5 times the strength it is today. Now, our best guess is that it was caused by some weird changes in the flow of the Earth's molten core, but we really don't have a good explanation for why it happened so fast and got so incredibly strong.
All right, if you thought things were strange on Earth, just wait. We're leaving our planet behind now, because out in the vast emptiness of space, we're picking up signals from places that should be completely, utterly silent.
So first up, let's talk about fast radio bursts, or FRBs. These things are unbelievably powerful flashes of radio energy from deep space that last for just a split second. For a long time, the main theory was that they were basically the death screams of huge young stars going supernova. But of course, a new discovery just blew that whole idea out of the water. Just this year, in February 2024, astronomers traced a repeating FRB back to an old, dead elliptical galaxy. This is a galaxy that stopped making stars billions of years ago. It's a cosmic ghost town. And as you can see, this thing just breaks all the rules. The signal is coming from 130,000 light-years away from the center of the galaxy, a totally barren region of space. So the big question is, what's out there making that sound?
Now for another weird signal from the cosmos. Scientists have this simple analogy to explain how the oldest light in the universe, the cosmic microwave background, should look to us. It's like driving a car through a rainstorm. As you move forward, the rain should hit your front windshield harder and look denser, right? Well, space should be the same.
But when astronomers looked for this effect using gamma rays, they found the complete opposite. Instead of a brighter glow in the direction we're moving, toward the constellation Leo,
they found a glow in the opposite direction that was 10 times stronger than any theory could explain. It's like the back window of the car is getting soaked while the front stays totally dry. It makes no sense.
And here's where the plot just thickens like crazy. This impossible gamma-ray glow is coming from the exact same place in the sky with the exact same intensity as another huge cosmic mystery, the source of the most powerful cosmic rays that slam into our planet. That suggests that there is a single, massive, and completely unknown power source out there responsible for both.
Okay, on to our final and maybe most mind-bending anomaly. We've talked about weird sounds and mysterious signals. But what happens when the signal isn't strange, it's just missing? What happens when something as big as a star just vanishes without a trace?
That is the whole mission of something called the Vasco Project. Scientists are painstakingly comparing old photographic plates of the night sky, some from the 1950s, with our modern digital surveys. They are literally hunting for cosmic ghosts, things that used to be there and now are not.
And guess what? They found them. In their very first search, they found an object, clear as day, in a 1950 photograph, and in all the modern images, gone. Nothing. No supernova explosion, no slow fade-out, just blinked out of existence. This should be impossible, unless a star can somehow collapse directly into a black hole without an explosion, an event that would literally rewrite physics as we know it.
Now, they thought it might just be a fluke, a one-off, so they expanded the search, comparing about 600 million objects over a 70-year gap. After they filtered out every possible error and explanation they could think of, they were left with over 100 of these unexplained mismatches, points of light that appeared in a single old photo and have never been seen again. So they tried to explain it. Was it just a defect on the old photo plate? Ruled out. The shape is too perfect. A passing asteroid? Unlikely. It would have left a streak. It could be a brief flare from a tiny star, or that direct collapse into a black hole theory. Or, and this is the one that keeps people up at night, it could be something else entirely. Something so far beyond our current science, we don't even have a theory for it yet.
And really, that's what this is all about. These bizarre, unexplainable things aren't proof that science is broken. It's the exact opposite. They are the giant, flashing neon signs on the edge of our knowledge, pointing exactly where we need to start digging to find something completely new.
From phantom hums in the desert to entire stars vanishing from the sky, it's pretty clear the universe is way, way stranger than we can possibly imagine. These anomalies remind us that the biggest discoveries are still out there, hiding in the data that just doesn't make sense yet. It makes you wonder, what impossible thing are we going to find next?